just being able to be the creative portion on this, man, has been so huge. It's so rewarding.
It's more important to be funny than sexy, probably that. Oh my God, I love it.
One of the things that I really thought about last time, being a mom and being a comic, like, where do those lines blur? And where do those lines separate? You know, like how do you compartmentalize one with the other? Because I'm sure that's a huge challenge. And like, where does that line really draw? And where does it kind of get fuzzy? And what challenges do you experience?
Yeah, I think physically the line is like my front door. I think I'm a different mom when I'm in her face. And when I'm in front of people, I'm like, this bitch, you know, because parents, I feel, understand what I mean. I bring a lot of stories of her on stage, just because they're funny and they were interesting to me at the time. Like, you know, I like to play on words, and just teaching somebody language is a lot of words.
So you have a Spanish descent, correct?
Yes, but I'm, yes.
So are you like teaching that influence along with, you know, like, cause it's part of your comedy. So is that part of the lessons in life, you know?
As far as Duolingo is concerned, yes. And I've let her know that there's other languages besides English. But as far as culture is concerned and the way that I was raised, that Latin influence was sorely missed.
So do you feel like you've been robbed a little bit?
Yeah, I guess the real answer is yes, because I don't look like the people I'm related to, and I have nothing to show for it. It's just like the rest of my relatives are pretending they're Italian, so we pretended we were Italian.
Oh, really?
But we looked the part more than the rest of these people, and now we have a joke that when we used to be Italian before we were natives.
What do you like? So with those heritage lessons, are you actively like seeking out things that, you know, like doing the 23andMe and finding out really where you came from and what kind of influence, you know, your ancestors had, and then passing that on to your daughter to where, like, because there can always be a revitalization. You know, like a culture stops because people allow it to stop, you know? And so are you kind of like trying to become the storyteller to where she carries it on?
Yeah, well, I think part of my comedy is intentionally storytelling. I'm not like a punchline kind of gal. It's very like silly, sometimes linear, sometimes not. And it is a
sometimes
story.
Intimidating.
Okay.
I've seen your act. I've been intimidated.
I love that. But yeah, I want there to be something. You know, when I talk to specifically like Afro-Latina women, they're like, please keep that alive in her. You know, my baby is mixed and my husband is Black, and you know, they're like, dude, don't let that go just because it's some 23andMe bullshit. It is not. It's who is inside of you. And that's something that I've had to, not had to, but I've decided to pray about. Like, sit and meditate on these names that I have from 23andMe. And I will never know these people, and they never knew I existed. And they probably never knew what their son did to my grandma, you know? And that is, I'm alive behind it. And I hate it for my grandma. And I hate it for my mom. It robbed her of, you know, knowing her father. And then just a lot of like, I think, you know, reading The Body Keeps the Score, believing in that. And so my mom is, you know, made in a really violent way. And it just is, it's unfortunate, but life is so miraculous. And I'm learning to get over the shit that hurts and really lean into the beauty, and even finding the beauty in the shit part. That part's been fun. Now that I'm not so hurt or taking things so personal.
So do you think that, like, so do you think some of your experiences that you've been through are going to help you to where you can kind of teach your daughter to cope a little bit better with the pains of society and the pains of growing up? And so what lessons as, you know, mom, comic, you know, performer, what lessons do you think have been the most important to pass on to her?
It's more important to be funny than sexy, probably. That we're just accidentally sexy on that, right?
Eric makes a difference. He's like, I got to be sexy.
He holding it down. Eric holding it down.
You talked a little bit earlier about your little one and setting an example with the comedy and the acting and stuff as like a I chase my dreams type of thing.
Yeah.
Are the dreams starting to take shape yet? Do they know what they want to do?
Yeah.
What are the little dreams so far?
In her or in me? This should be about me. Okay.
Hey, we'll make it about you.
When she gets her tattoo, then she can talk about her now.
We're booking Boodro appointment for 14 years from now.
Yeah. You're Artist Ray's mom? I'm like, bitch, my name is Darah Willey, bitch. Capital B.
Yeah, so what are the dreams with?
The dreams are being intentional about writing and not being afraid about that anymore.
Let me just drop in real quick.
Yeah.
So just the plan to write, are you setting yourself up for failure?
How so?
What if you don't write?
Yeah.
And then you killed your plan.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know.
I've had to be diligent and forgiving when it comes to that stuff.
That's what I'm learning in this time, though, is that I like when I have written stuff down. Like Sonia is written. I mean, except for those ad libs that we did for the show.
Yeah.
She's written. And
she's alive.
Yeah. And I see where that could benefit us as we record, that it's not so much this brain strain of like, how do I be the funniest or what's the next thing to say? When I already have it on paper, let's just get funny and put voices on and get to it. And
it's like a tie you leave tied up, you know, you don't got to tie it up again.
Yeah.
It's already kind of tied halfway.
Yeah. So I also want to say that my writing isn't like pen to paper all the time either. A lot of it is like a voice record.
Gotcha.
One of my favorite bits that I do is about my mother-in-law. And I set it on a voice recorder where I was talking about a loofah because I just wanted to say loofah in front of people because I'm kind of like checking with everybody like we're still okay just using this weird ass word for some shit we use on a daily basis. Okay.
When like loofah to me would be a word that would calm white people down.
Loofah.
And it's like,
don't forget to breathe and do your loofah exercise.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you
but
going
it ain't
tonight?
a washcloth, so that's what I'm trying to exemplify that.
Hey,
as well.
Darah, you wanna go hang out tonight? I can't. I got loofah classes.
Girl, I'm jealous.
You got a loofah circle going.
And so the comment that she made to me was she had a bar of soap in her hand and this little bitty like travel size body wash, and she handed me the soap, but then she immediately pulled it away and handed me the body wash, and she goes, "Oh, I know you like body wash." It's not offensive, but I could say it like it's offensive.
Right.
And so it turns into that. And then I just, as most of my punchlines are, I just start twerking a little bit. I'm like saying body, 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 potty, 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 tip me over and pour me out. And I bust into a split. And it's funny, but it don't make no damn sense. And I wrote that on my phone.
Yeah, that's fun.
Do you do a split in the notes? Or
Yes.
Do you just
Yes.
I love that.
Yes,
Do you have a mantra? I mean, I was talking about mantras the other day with someone. Do you have like a mantra that you do during the day? I know you're...
Peace.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just call on peace. It's usually like in a trifecta. You know, if somebody talks about somebody dying or something violent or, you know, even like super exciting stuff I'm learning in recovery, like that's a big part of where I used to drink, where I'm just like, I'm so fucking geeked and nobody can get like me, you know, and now I'm doing a lot of shit in a blackout.
I met an old dude named James.
Okay,
when
come
I
on,
was
old dude,
like
James.
14. Well, I knew him when I was like 11, 12.
Uh-huh.
But when I was about 14, 15, I had to go do some mandatory program work. And James was in the halls.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember him. He said a thing to me and I was like, oh shit, this hits in a different way. He said, I was like, man, this shit's boring. And he said, yeah, usually when things are exciting, they're bad. And I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's very few times where excitement is like genuinely good. I would say like 80% of the time, excitement means you're doing the wrong shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So learning how to slow down and calm down and like live a normal life where it's not full of adrenaline all the time. You know what I mean?
Has everybody had a positive experience?
I have.
I say we call this a session.
Hell
You
yeah.
good? You still feel okay?
Yeah.
Those sunflowers are done.
A short time later.
I love that your hair color matches your eyes. That's
Who, me?
beautiful. Yes, Boodro, you are beautiful.
So my eyes kind of change colors from time to time.
when you what? When you're wearing what, do they change to what?
It like they'll just get darker. Like I find it's kind of seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
Like I find during the summertime, my eyes kind of get like a little darker.
Mm-hmm.
And then during the colder months, they kind of like lighten up and get like more this kind of like gold color, you know?
Very beautiful.
I've never been called beautiful before.
You're beautiful as
Never?
hell, man.
I don't know, man.
I'm sure you have.
I'm sure as a baby.
Yeah. That's a lot of confidence.
It's a beautiful baby.
You know what
Well, I mean, man.
I've seen some ugly babies.
Dude, I
Yes.
grew up as a ginger. So
Oh, thank.
Five-
Buffet.
5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I won a competition for selling, like, you remember World's Finest Chocolate
Yeah,
and
dude.
stuff?
I grew up on
Yeah,
those.
yeah.
Literally, my dad was a
Ooh, yeah.
baseball coach.
Oh.
Yes.
And so we had to sell them, but he would just, instead of whatever they didn't sell, he would just keep.
Oh, yeah.
And that was all we had to eat in the fridge, me and my
You-
sister. We used to eat old ass refrigerator candy bars. World's
So-
finest, boy.
Whenever I was in kindergarten, I won a competition for selling the most.
Nice.
Because a little redhead Cajun boy shows up at your doorstep. Every old lady was like, oh, I'm going to empty my purse to buy
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
you got. And I sold so much, you know.
Wow.
That was the highest moment of my life. man.
Really?
Because I hit puberty
Mm-hmm.
and it was like,
Downhill.
hey, my name's Craig. And it was like, freak, get the fuck away from me.
All them same old ladies hitting you with a broom.
What is it? Get away. Don't you be dating my granddaughter. You're a freak, boy.
I would love for all of us to be 8, 9 years old hanging out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would
I
be fun.
imagine that me and you are best friends in like elementary school together, for sure.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Secretly jumping people.
I could have used some fun. Yeah, we would have. How old's Otis right now?
5.
5.
I'll be 6 on April 4th.
Is that what she keeps screaming?
Yeah.
Is 6 is a big day for
6 is a big day because she was watching a show. It's Simba's son,
her? Simba. Oh, so it's like the next.
Kion. Kion. And he's the leader of the Lion Guard, but he done broke tradition and he got all different types of motherfuckers instead
do
of
you
just lions. He got
Inclusivity.
like hippos and a honey
Inclusivity.
badger and all that.
Okay.
I'd want a
leopard.
hippo in my squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So,
All right, so you get 5 animals for your animal squad. Who do you take? Juggle animals, we're assuming, right? We're all
you need a penguin on your squad.
Why would you have a
You
penguin?
gotta distract the hoes. You gotta get the girl out of the equation. Every girl loves a penguin.
Right.
So like comic relief.
Distraction.
Or like mackerels are coming after you, and it's like, oh my god, we need.
Yeah.
If penguins aren't
No. Any white girl right now, if she saw a penguin, would be like, oh my God.
Are we being attacked by white girls?
and if I'm being attacked, the white girl is like, release my fucking problem.
Yeah.
You gotta get them off. You gotta get them off the
Darah
bad
has a
guy.
history with white girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
I
right,
wish
so
I had a penguin right now.
I love that the penguin was a #1 draft pick.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
For distraction, you gotta have a distraction.
I would say,
God bless.
If we're going distraction, give me a giraffe.
Yeah.
No, it's gotta be cute
that
and
way
cuddly.
No, a
Everybody looks
giraffe
it
is
up.
cute and cuddly, and it got them horns. You ever seen that
No,
motherfucker
it got-
whip that
no.
neck, boy?
Yeah.
You ever see it? You ever see
It's like a
giraffes
wrecking
fight?
ball. Yeah.
No, you need the eyelashes. That's the sexy part. But yes, they be fighting with
I'm
the
just
neck.
saying, a giraffe.
Chow.
A giraffe.
I'd want a chimp as a distraction because it's like, oh my god, it's a distraction, and then when you get up to stop the distraction, he like rips your arms off. It's like a
Yeah.
distraction plus.
A penguin is a. I love it, Darah, but that's a horrible choice.
No.
Yeah, I can't follow you
I
there.
stand by it.
I mean,
Then
you can have
you
it.
gotta go heavy like with a gorilla.
Yes.
Right.
You
Yeah.
gotta come
Why
come
don't you
back
go
with it.
gorilla first, though?
Because you
Yeah,
gotta distract the hoes 1st.
Aren't gorillas mostly just kind of like show? Like they'll get involved, but they
No,
do a
they're
lot
pretty-
of
Oh,
show.
fuck with a gorilla now.
They will kill
I
you.
think-
Yeah.
I think they do
They-
a little show.
They
I
strong.
think
I
do
mean,
a
they
lot
for
of
sure
show.
do show,
They
but
do show.
So they
because
don't gotta.
they will kill you if they get to work.
Mm.
Yeah, I think gorillas are pretty brutal. I think.
Yeah, but I mean, like hippos aggressive from day
Hippos.
one.
No,
Yeah.
we gotta
Like,
have a
they're
hippo.
They're
Yeah.
you remember the
They're deadly as
you
hell.
remember the meme where it was like Leon Jenkins or whatever, the guy that just Leroy Jenkins. They're Leroy Jenkins. They're just running in, they're gonna wreak havoc. They might lose, but they're going in.
Yeah.
Gorillas just like a lot of chest
Yeah,
pounding
yeah.
and like, I might.
Ooh,
I might.
you
I
know
might.
who else is
I don't know.
an alligator or a crocodile type thing? The way
Yeah.
they be rolling around in the water, that shit.
But
kills
then
me.
my issue with having the alligator crocodile in my crew is how much time we spend in water.
Yeah.
You ever
Yeah.
seen a crocodile on land, my
I
friend?
have, yeah, but also just get to the side. You know what I mean? I feel
They
like
can run 25 miles an hour.
I'm positive.
I could
I'm
break
just-
their ankles. A quick
Yeah.
juke. Forget about it. They're done. Just a gator.
He sat the double dutch hopped
Yeah.
onto the back of the crocodile. He's surfing the bitch.
My man's playing frog.
No.
earlier. I go.
He's like, I got your number 3.
I'm gonna take me. I'm gonna give me 2 lions. Give me,
2?
Yeah, give me 2.
Okay, male, female, or
fuck.
you got to go. If
However
you're gonna.
they come. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Oh Jesus.
However I don't give a fuck. However they want to be. You know what I mean?
You're like Noah.
I'm not asking gender on the interview. You know what I'm saying? You just show up.
I'm
Give me-
saying,
give me
what
the
kind
2
of-
baddest motherfucking lions? Give me
Okay.
the 2 baddest lions. Give me 2 baddest lions.
Oh.
I am gonna go chimp
Yeah.
in there.
Okay, chimps are crazy.
Ruthless.
Ruthless chimp.
Yeah.
Just give me a bad chimp.
A ruthless.
Two lions, one
a chimp with a resentment.
A chimp with a chimp on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Yes.
give me a chimp, 2 lions. Give me a hippo.
Okay.
And fuck it, I'll take a penguin.
Yes.
We are massive oversight is a rhino right now too.
Yeah,
No,
fine. I'll
they're
take
in
that, I'll take
danger.
that
We
penguin because
can't-
I don't really
no, we
need
can't
it
risk
anymore.
their life.
The penguin
They're in
just sits on
danger.
top of one of the
See,
lions with me.
Polar bear. We're missing a huge opportunity with
only
polar
ones
bears.
that hunt humans.
Yeah, polar
Polar
bears are like
Okay, so
I'm talking
we
about
could-
hanging out. You guys are talking about
No,
fighting.
we're talking about squad goals. We're talking about squad goals. A baby. So okay,
Well, if we're hanging out
for-
penguins up there.
up for question might be swapping out the penguin with a baby polar bear because we might be doing what I want to do with the penguin.
with
which
the
is
baby
just-
polar bear.
Right.
And then the baby polar bear going to grow up be a real polar bear.
Exactly.
And that baby polar bear hopefully has attached itself to you.
Yeah.
And now you have a great friend.
Yes.
Something about it, it's just like, feels
I
refreshing.
love doing this with y'all.
Right,
And this is like literally an answered prayer.
right.
I wanted to do this for the reason that I'm doing it. It is absolutely beautiful. I love it. And I'm doing it with people that I love, that I know love me back. And me and Boodro are falling in love. Oh my God.
So do you feel like you've grown since starting to get the tattoo?
Yeah.
How so? Like how do you think this has helped you heal? Like,
I love looking at it. I feel protected. Like it's almost like a physical representation of like, we done been through some shit, boo, but we're still here.
so
nice
kind
to
of like
know.
allowing
Scar.
the mind to be at peace.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
And when I show it to people, I show the whole thing. I don't like showing it without the flower petals falling off, because I did that one time and I felt like I didn't tell the whole story.
Didn't tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and I love watching people's faces. They're like, oh my God, you did get a tattoo. And then I start unbuttoning my pants and they're like, oh. And I'm like, just wait a minute.
Yeah, did you ever play video games when you were a kid?
The real answer is yes, but not in the way that regular gamer people do.
What does that mean?
I played Mortal Kombat and Sega Genesis at my friend's house.
Who was your main?
I like the
Lao Kang.
the girl in the blue 2-piece that had the buns, and she would go.
Oh, you're talking Street
when
Fighter.
she wins.
That's Street Fighter.
That's
Oh,
That's Chun-Li.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want. Her. Yeah.
She had the kicks.
Yeah. And I knew nothing about gaming, so it was just like and then
Button mashing. Yeah,
how did I do that?
Is that the game you spent the most time with? Mortal Kombat?
No, the one I
Street
spent
Fighter.
most time with was Super Nintendo, The Lion King.
Okay.
Tape was very, very specific. And my sister had that. So when she came home, she had a Super Nintendo game console, and she had The Lion King, and she had the cool one. What is it? Mario Kart.
Okay.
Shit, we would fuck up some Mario Kart. We would listen to Millennium by Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, of course you did.
Which I'm team NSYNC all day, but you can't fuck with. I want it that way. That shit was fire.
It was pretty good.
You might be right about a blue person in Mortal Kombat. I'm not well versed, but it could be Katana. Did she have little fan blades? Like,
Oh, yeah.
she had
Yeah.
a bun.
She had
But
buns?
also Street Fighter is a thing. I think
Yeah.
we probably
Yeah.
played both, because there was one where he goes, "Get over here," and that's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
So we played both of those.
Yeah.
I'm getting them twisted.
I went
guess.
back and forth.
Oh Jesus!
There was a
I
definite
don't think you could play
divide between people with Mortal
Oh my
Kombat and
God.
Street Fighter. There was people who were in one camp or the other. But I like both. And if I had to choose, I'd probably say I was a Street Fighter guy.
Yeah, me too.
But I think Mortal Kombat has.
Made
I
it
can't tell the
longevity.
difference.
Yeah.
What's that?
You're
I
button
can't-
mashing either way, so it doesn't make a difference to you.
Yeah.
It's more of a cami guy myself.
But I loved the timing of Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Like
I've been
it-
playing a lot of like the new Mario Kart. Big fan.
Everybody loves that painting that you made, or that art that you made for me, the village with
yeah.
the fish and stuff. When people, they'll see it and then they'll see it. And I love watching that happen.
Oh,
They'll
that's
look
cool.
at it and I wait for them to say something. And then it usually takes like 10 minutes or so where they're like, we've talked, we've said our hellos, people are settling into the house, and then they'll like glance back up at it and they're like, wait a minute.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So Darah bought a piece of, I buy the thrift store art
Yeah.
and then I add video game stuff to it. She bought a piece that I made of the, just a painting of a road, whatever, and then got the Mario
It has
Kart
a
stuff.
pond. So you
Yeah,
put
the
one of
pond.
those big red fish
yeah,
in it.
big fish coming out of it. Yeah, we can get a picture, you throw it up.
Yeah. What are the fish called again?
What are those
Cheap
guys?
cheap?
Cheap cheeps. Are
Yeah.
they cheap cheeps? Yeah, it's a cheap cheap.
And the time,
Yep.
the time stamp is Artist Ray's birthday.
Yeah, there you go. Did I know that?
Well, you're a hell of a guesser.
Huh.
I don't remember you asking me that.
I think it, so
Oh
usually,
shit.
unless somebody asks specifically for a certain time stamp, I usually just do the date that I make it on. So I made it on her birthday then.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's crazy,
What
right?
the fuck? That's super weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
there was a family that was moving. They had lived in this house for like 38 years or something like that, and they were moving to a retirement community. And it was at the height of the pandemic. They're like, we can't have a yard sale. And I saw that shit is like 3x4. The picture is huge. And I was like, Michael, we have to get that. I want to ask Eric to do that for me.
Oh, that's right. So it wasn't something I found. It was something you found.
Yeah. And I said, can I bring this to you?
Hell yeah.
And you set it up, and that shit was tight.
Oh, no shit. That's cool. Good for them on the retirement community. I used to look at that as like a death sentence. And now I'm like, I hope one day.
You got to get that
The
paper,
retirement
boy.
community.
Hope I can get to that community.
Ooh.
I'd like to go now, if we're being perfectly honest.
Yeah.
with you.
Tons of single chicks.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
Hey.
I don't see how I wouldn't have a good time. You know.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh my God, I love it.
How's you feeling?
Wow. It's really pretty.
Worth it?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Look at that. Look at that dude.